Assalamu alaikum, dear student. Today we are going to talk about a very important part of the excretory system, the kidney. Student, the excretory system, a system of body through which the body collect the pump the urine and collect them in a store for the time and then remove these outside from the body. So now we are only focusing in the excretory system only about the kidney. Excretory system is consist of kidney, the two kidneys, two ureter and one urinary bladder and one urethra. But now we are only focusing toward the kidney structure and its function. So let's start. Usually kidney is a part of excretory system which produce urine from blood and excrete them outside of the body to maintain homeostasis of body. Storing homeostasis is a process of body through which the body responds to the changes occurring in its internal environment, also external environment, like the hotness. So hotness is a change in the body environment, so our body respond to this change and excrete the sweat. So and this way the kidney also work as a responsor to the homeostasis, like when the amount of salt and water and nitrogenous bases increase in our body, so kidney work as a homeostator in our body to excrete them out of the body to balance the amount of salts and water in our body. So it is as part of excrete system through which it collect the nitrogen waste and other waste toxic substance from the blood and excrete them out of the body. So we'll talk it about other. Okay. Location: they are placed in abdominal cavity below diaphragm on either side of vertebral column. Student, it is just below the diaphragm, and lungs, and present on either side of vertebral column. Like I make a diagram here. This is the diaphragm, these are the lungs, okay, and this is the vertebral column which is in the back side. So these are present like one is there and second is there, so they are present just below the diaphragm and on either side of the vertebral column, which is the spinal cord and our back side. Okay. Third is the color. They are dark brown bean shaped. So student, they are dark in color and dark brown and bean shaped, bean like shape. You can see here bean like shape. They are usually 10 cm long, 5 cm wide, okay, 4 cm thick on its walls, and these receive about 20% of blood with every heartbeat. But one thing is wonder there, that its weight is usually this is the weight, okay, the weight and is blood, okay, its weight is less than 1% of whole body weight, but it receive about 20% of blood with every heartbeat. This is due to its function with the blood. So we can say that the kidney, more function of the kidney is performed through the blood, because the blood carry the toxic material from all over the body and collect them to the kidney, and then kidney remove the wastes from the blood and excrete them. So the kidney work as a pressure, as a cleaner for the blood. Okay, and now let's come to its structure. You can see here the blood comes through these two. This is vein and this is renal artery. Okay, this is renal artery and another one is a renal vein. Okay, so the blood collects the all the nitrogen base, salts and water and toxic material fall all over the body and goes to the kidney through this renal vein. It comes to the kidney, and the kidney it is clean, and then it removes the toxic material from here and then goes out to the body as a clean blood through the renal artery. Actually, kidney is consists of three parts. One is the renal cortex. So this outer part, like from like I mentioned, this is a this okay, this green portion all over the kidney outer. This is called the renal cortex. Second, this portion from here to here, okay, here to here, all over the kidney is called the renal medulla, and this portion is called the renal pelvis, and this portion is called the renal helix, where the renal vein entered to the kidney while the renal artery leaves the kidney. Okay, now there are several conical like structure which is called pyramids. So these are the pyramids which are found in the renal medulla, and this outer part is called the renal cortex while the inner part is called renal medulla. So actually in our common observation we divide kidney only into two parts. One is called the renal cortex, which is the outer part, darker part, and the second is the renal medulla, which is a little red like structure, and renal pelvis don't mention here. Okay, so and this kidney is protected by some tissue like membranes. We call it renal capsule. So you can see here this dark black like membrane you can see here. This is called renal capsule. It protects the kidney from outer side. It is made from fats and other materials. Okay, now this function of this renal pelvis is the area where the toxic material fall all over the kidney is collected, and then the renal pelvis send these lower to the urinary bladder through the ureter. Next is the topic about the kidney function and the nephron. Actually, when blood comes through the renal vein to the kidney, it enters to the conical pyramid like structure which are about 10 to 15 in the kidney of human. So they enter them, and inside the renal pyramids there are some basic structure which we also call the basic structural and functional unit of the kidney, name is nephron. So let's start about the nephron, because nephron, the kidney perform its function through the nephron. So let's come about. This is the structure of a nephron. So I have zoomed here. This is the nephron which is found in the renal pyramid and the kidney. I have zoomed in there. So it is like this. It is contained of two main parts. One is this part. This is called renal corpuscle, which is renal corpuscle. So this part is called renal corpuscle. Okay, so only this circle-like structure is called renal corpuscle. It is consists of two parts. One is the outer cuff-like structure called the Bowman capsule. The outer black is called Bowman capsule, while the inner part is called glomerulus filtrate. The blood enter to the blood enter to the Bowman capsule and then enter to the glomerulus filtrate, and the glomerulus filtrate there the filtration function of the urine occur, in which the glomerulus filtrate there are filter which filter the blood and remove the toxic material nitrogenous bases from the blood, and these then move to next part which is called the renal tubules. So this whole part from here to here, okay, this whole part is called renal tubule. Okay, so one part and second part. Nephron is consisted of two main parts. One is the renal corpuscle, which is this circular part, and second is renal tubule, which is the combination of three pore thing. Okay, this after the renal corpuscle, these tubes are called, about this portion is called the proximal convoluted tubule, and this after this is this U-like structure which is called loop of Henle. In loop of Henle, the toxic material all removed from the blood before in the glomerulus filtrate, while in this portion reabsorption of urine occur. In this, the remaining salt and water which are still present in the urine, if this is excreted with the urine, so there is dangerous to the body because there will be lack in the body of the salt and water. So in this part, loop of Henle, the reabsorption of water and salt occur, in which the salt and water reabsorb into the renal artery, which then goes out and then move it toward the all our body. Okay, the next part is the distal convoluted tubule. In this portion, some water are also reabsorbed, and then last part is the collecting duct. In this portion, the urine then move toward its root, and these roots are then moved toward. So these actually the collecting ducts of the nephron are often to the renal pelvis. The renal pelvis is the site for collecting the urine from all over the kidney and then directing them to the ureter, which then carry this urine to the urinary bladder and then excreted through the urethra. Okay, so this was the function of the kidney and its structure. Student, I hope that you have learned more about my lecture. So please subscribe my channel to receive more of my lectures.